Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF, bringing you episode 12 of Let's Try Objects in Space by Flat Earth Games and 505 Games, brought to us by those two. Hope you guys are doing well. I have recovered from, well, my tooth doesn't hurt right now, so I'm in a bit better mood. We're at the Molucca mining station. It went all kinds of wrong last episode. Can't even pretend like, any of that didn't absolutely cripple us, but we're down to 1,000 credits. We owe like a lot now. But we're ready to jump back to Maru, I think we're headed to. We already paid the fees. Homie is still in the cabin. I just had some good food. Okay, we're all set up here. Our main drive is installed. 11 new news. Let's undock. And not ever do what we did last episode, and that's like when a pirate's chasing us, turn up the speed and just completely disregard everything in the game. Are we on double speed now? Did I ever turn it back down? Okay, time compression one time. Okay. Let's read some news while we're moving. Let's see. We were down here. Wow, modern something slavery. The Magellan. It's actually Magellan. I heard someone pronounce it. I don't know. It might be Magellan. Might be two ways you can pronounce it. Modern slavery. Cloning humans is debauched, depraved, and despicable by Jinghua Wang for the Parsusian Worker, October 6th. The controversial Loazo Herald article by Pierre Laurent alleging the existence of fully functional adult human clones in Magellan continues to reveal the true nature of the Apollo Earth Authority's legacy. The central systems are now capable of breeding subservient clones to do what they with what they wish. One source close to the worker suggests that Magellans may even be using clones as their own personal something slaves. I'm forced to ask myself where it is we went wrong as a species. Apollo has hardly been a hotbed of prosperity since we arrived here, but there's a distinction to be made between a stall in human progress and regression of the ugliest sort. The question here is about what it means to be human. Traders from the central systems can bleat about scientific and medical advances as much as they like, but for as long as clones are being used as second-class citizens, we must treat this technology for what it is. An excuse to once again bring about slavery. Evidently, using the Dawalanese as forced slave labor isn't enough for those who already purport to have it all. As General Correa himself said, we work hard, but we work with purpose. Imagine, reader, for just one moment, if your daily toil wasn't pulling towards a brighter future for all those in the Union, but for the frivolity and pleasure of a adroit band of wealthy people with no vision for your future. They say one of the key tactics of torture is to deprive the torturee of a sense of purpose, that one can endure immense pain if they believe it is for a cause. Well, our labor has a cause, and the Union can endure more than any of the aristocrats who believe they run this cluster. Let the Union stand as one beacon of light in the Apollo cluster. And, we'll continue that, but, we had to make a burn. We're jumping back tomorrow. Wait a minute, I thought we did this already, didn't we? Did I really stop at Molucca? I guess we didn't jump back tomorrow, but that's where we're headed. So let's go. Try to recover how bad we were hurt. I'm hoping we can. It's not going to be easy. But I'm sticking with this playthrough to see if we can salvage it. 40 credits to pay the fee. And jump. Next stop. Leo, Tega, and go to Giant Gas Works. I guess we're going to Tega. We have no missions, right? Nope. So let's go to Tega. Plot. Engage. Is it going to be a sure run? I don't know, actually. It'd be better if we head this way but cancel the autopilot. Head to here. Head down here. And we'll have better peace of mind going like that. So while that's going, I know we're moving close to an unknown, but who disappeared actually. Let's come in here, and we have more news to look at while this trip goes. Aft of VT Neza discovered. Ooh, the aft was discovered. Aft half of VT Neza discovered by Baruti Conte, the Magellan Courier, October 6th. The aft section and port wing of the missing VT Neza medium freighter have been discovered by Magellan Empire ships in the KLP 111 star system today. Much like the foredecks and starboard wing, which were discovered in Maru yesterday, containing many of the crew's bodies, the aft sections boast similar horror. No one from the search party has been available to discuss the finding, but Governor of Dava Sobel, Prescott Murphy, had this to say: "This operation to discover the Neza and her crew has been a successful joint effort between the Magellan Empire and the Galilean Command. Our hearts and our thoughts are with the families of those who were lost in this tragic accident, and we will not rest until we discover its cause and hold those responsible accountable. The Neza is being taken to Dava Sobel for further scrutiny as to the cause of the accident. A memorial for her crew is being hosted on Callisto in 3 days." Paldin Simo dies, 67. Governor of Magellan Maru passed away by Anas Kassab. The Magellan Courier, October 6. Paldin Simo, Governor of Magellan Maru and lifelong devotee of the potential for peace between the Leon and Magellan empires, has died today at his home on Bola Prime in Maru at age 67. Doctors arrived on the scene at 8:15 a.m. this morning, where Simo was taken to Murrumbidgee General Hospital and pronounced dead of a heart attack at 10:40 a.m. Simo served as our venerable governor for almost 3 full terms and has served as an inspiration to Maruvian people for decades. He played a key role in establishing the peace we currently enjoy between the Leon and Magellan empires, in particular during the conflicts in the late 30s around cloning laws. Originally from Tibet, Simo made the journey to Apollo as a young boy aboard the SS Cassandra and was a part of the Great Earthgate migration away from Sagan's Lights in 8A, establishing himself as a seamless and remarkable Magellan politician in Maru from the age of 33 onwards. Bola Prime has been his adopted home from the age of 31. He was a brilliant public speaker and was adored by many. He would often travel the system to spread his messages of unity and was one of the most beloved political figures in the cluster, in spite of almost never leaving Maru itself. He was loyal to the Empire, always challenging it to rise to any occasion, and held himself to similarly high esteem. A public day of mourning will be observed for Simo in Revesby Square on Bola Prime on Sunday the 8th, October 44A. You will be missed and loved by all, Paldin Simo. Let's make sure we're still going the proper way. Oh yeah. We're in the nebula. Hopefully it's not too thick. Public notice, derelicts by Kaylin Ian now, the Crassus Lens, October 6th, public notice. We get asked often about what to do in the case of finding a derelict spaceship. In uninhabited star systems, the law is perceived as gray by many people, but there are clear and proper procedures you should all know regarding salvage operations. Any abandoned ships found in Leo or nearby star systems can be boarded to look for people in need, but the contents of a ship, including its engineering and cargo bays, are not to be touched. If a derelict vessel contains evidence of foul play, and do not disturb the ship in any way and report its existence to Leon authorities immediately. Successful tips of derelict ships will yield small rewards. Leon Aerospace. Spokesperson for Primary Education retires. Tisha Haneke, spokesperson for Primary Education, retires by Tisha Haneke. The Libertarian, October 6th. In surprising news today, Takeshi Maki, the spokesperson for Primary Education, is chosen to retire from public service. Maki became the spokesperson for Primary Education after a long and illustrious career as an educator, first taking office in 34A. I'm taking retirement because I've decided I am happy with my achievements, said Maki. I have nothing but gratitude for all those around me today and those who helped me reach the place where I have ended up. Maki, now 60, says he plans to spend his retirement traveling in cluster, having spent most of his time on Lagrange and Sagan's Lights. His replacement is a longtime partner of his also spent their life in education, Elena Roper. Roper, 55, graduates on the position after working on the deputy spokesperson for 4 years and spending much of their life working with children, moving from being a teacher in her 30s Oh, it's way down there. Is that aimed at us? No, I don't think so. Just to be... no, that's fine. That torpedo's kind of freaking me out, though. I'd like to maybe stop at Angola, though. Just to, see if we can buy some more gas. Oh my gosh. Oh, way down there. We're fine. Let's make sure our IFF is on. Okay. Longtime partner, also spent their life in education, spending much of their life working with children, moving from being a teacher in her 30s to focusing on developmental research among very young children. She's an outspoken fan of the creche system and has in the past voiced ideas about helping to further integrate creches in general society. I'm very happy to take on this role, they said, and look forward to being able to continue in Takeshi's footsteps to help make the first years of our children's lives the best they can be for a brighter tomorrow. Traders seek greener pastures. Freelance traders are hauling freight from far away by kin. For the Globe, October 6th, freelance ship captains and traders are finding it harder and harder to turn a profit in Leo. This is true, and many have been expanding their routes to the outer rims, but is this a good thing? While at first glance it may seem like a good thing to give the outer rim and central systems more interconnectedness and mutual exposure, there's a reason that so many of the large hauls of produce or meat from Galileo are done by heavy liners rather than small freighter ships. The danger. Huge companies can afford corvettes and cruisers to defend their massive cargo runs, but when we ask smaller independent operators to make the same journeys, we're asking them to endanger their lives for a living. I've been shot at on no less than 4 occasions in this past year, recalls Henry Thibault, captain of a Proxima who regularly does runs from Diwali's gas mines to Morrow. It's dangerous out there, but companies give us hazard pay, so I guess it's alright. I mean, I've got countermeasures and haven't actually been hit yet, but it's traumatizing to hear a torp's ping, you know? Tell me about it. The hazard pay the ball refers to is baked into the price of most contracts, and it is clear that the market will bear the weight of the risk associated with traveling to the outer rim, but what does this say about the state of affairs in Leo, or in Apollo more generally? Interesting. Let's head in here and, Hopefully we can grab some more resources that are pretty cheap. These are below market, right? Below market, right? We want to grab... Okay, these are below market. That's at market. 7 for 70. Well, we can at least grab 5 more helium-3 just for 50 credits. Kind of want to grab them for 8 if we can get like 40 out of them. It's only 80 credits, so let's just buy. Hoping we can swing a good deal with them. Ceramics. Oh, it's a Magellan. No, thank you. Not going back there. Alright, we good? Let's pay the 16 fees. We're all good, we're all good. On we go. Quick little stop. Hopefully those investments are worth it. I think they will be. As we head outwards. This could be a little dangerous. But let's read the news and hopefully nothing happens. Okay, workers shocked at murder. At brutal murder by Tammy Watson, the Parsusian worker, October 7th. Tonight, the people of Sector C of the Onega Industrial Exchange were shocked to hear of the violent murder of a People's Union Administration official, one more in a series of attacks that have shaken the people of this once quiet miners' residential wing. A shocking and callous crime against the Union, People's Administration Officer Lang Dobson said about the brutal murder of Akul Bankole, interrogation an analyst second class. This coming only days after a politically motivated bombing of a Siloian mess hall has sent shockwaves throughout Parsis. Akul Bankole had only been on the station for 3 days when the attack occurred, being transferred from Salo to investigate the recent apparent misuse of the Union Worker Expense Fund. Neighbors say he was a quite friendly man who kept to himself. No suspects have at this stage been identified, but rumors circulating around the sector suggest this may have something to do with local workers group Svobodra. Svobodra and their member have been in charge of the local Union Worker Expense Fund for the last 4 years, and there have been rumors of bribery and even violence surrounding its use. Its member and supporters are quick to distance the organization from these rumors, one interviewed by us as saying, "The good people of Svobodra have been a gift to our region. They are our friends and comrades." We spoke with local mess hall foreman Han Hitashki to ask about the rumor connection between these murders and Svobodra. He said, "This organization you are speaking about is a local community group. They run a food bank which they use to support mining widows and the like. I know they may have made a bit of noise recently about safety regulations during those elections, but seriously, they are not the mysterious organization like they are sometimes made out to be in sleazy sat novels." Central Communications is yet to make an official comment on the matter. So is truly no clear picture at this stage, but I can tell you the locals of this region are quietly on edge, more as it comes to us. Attackers of Proud still at large. The would-be attackers of Magellan Governor of Daros, Derek Proud, are still at large by Nigella Anders. The Sentinel, October 7th. The would-be attackers of Magellan Governor for Kansa, Derek Proud, are still at large today, with Magellan security forces still scrambling to lock down the colony. 3 shooters were allegedly going to attack the governor at a speech in Civic Square on Daros yesterday, for reasons which have yet to be made clear by Magellan security forces. One likely possibility for the attack is the governor's rampant denial of the housing problem on the colony, which has seen some 40,000 of its 280,000 inhabitants living rough in the past year. Proud's responses so far have mainly included additional security and punishing those who find themselves without a place to live, with few substantive efforts being made to actually address the problem. Daros has been under Magellan control since the First Leon Magellan War in 19A led the Magellan Empire to invade all of Kansa, so it's hardly a surprise given our long history of resistance to their rule that there would be those within the leader of this occupation harm. that there would be those within the leaders of this occupation who mean harm. Whether the attack was motivated by general resistance to Magellan rule in Kansa or to specific concerns with people living on Davros is unknown. What is clear so far is that Magellan security is at an all-time high on Davros, and non-members of the Magellan government or military have been temporarily suspended from travel from the surface while the investigation continues. $35C to drive to dock at Tega. Let's do it. Jump. Check out more news. We're getting closer to where we need to be. Labor is torture. Let's not actually stay at the jump gate, wherever it may be. Let's get to some sort of civilization. Yeah, let's not stay out here. Sterling Industrial Outpost, maybe? Can I hail them? Will they give me actual proper info? Let's see if I can understand this right. View goods for sale. Okay. They have very good deals. And their buy prices, let's see, for helium and stuff. Helium, hydrogen, it's low. But we can stop there and pick up some nice artworks and stuff for free. Not for free, that'd be nice, but for cheap. So we should have a clear route there. Very good. Let's finish up our news. Labor is torture. Union laborers are undergoing torture, says Commons by Suhail Salib, Age of Parsus, October 7th. Columnist Jinghua Wang of The Worker noted today amidst the fiery tirade about news of adult clones from the Central Systems that union labor work is akin to torture. They say one of the key tactics of torture is to deprive the torturee of a sense of purpose, she writes, that one can endure immense pain if they believe it is for a cause. Well, our labor has a cause. One really need look no further than this article to see the problem with Wang's outlook. If we believed, as Wang does, that what we're undergoing is indeed torture, then the revolution would come again. Our people know what torture is. We've had it happen to us before, and this isn't it. This, for the benefit of Wang and other conservative pundits who need the lesson, is a nation built on the sweat and backs of hundreds of thousands of devoted loyal subjects. To equate the ingenuity of the construction of Ruza Colony, the architectural genius of Chennai, and the mechanical brilliance of the Etna orbital mining colony with torture demeans every idea we've sought to rectify. There is a difference, readers, between us and these allegedly living adult clones, far from what the conservatives at The Worker would have you believe. We are humans, we are proud of being humans, and we have built great things. NASA blamed on the jump drive. Ooh. The VT NASA tragedy is being blamed on its KJD-5 jump drive by Gabriel Eunice, Galilean Post, October 7th. It's been 3 days since the 4 decks of the VT NASA were discovered adrift in Maru, and just one since its aft was found in KLP 111, and engineers are now suggesting a jump drive failure was the cause of the accident. The Mayfly Ventari medium freighter used a KJD-5 Kruger interstellar jump drive. These models haven't been in service since 34A and are unlikely to be found even as aftermarket parts. There are no other recorded instances of a jump drive wreaking such havoc, said Galilean Command Governor of Callisto Deirdre MacNeil. But one tragedy like this is still one tragedy too many, so we're reaching out to Kruger Interstellar to immediately investigate. Our thoughts are with the families of the deceased, added Kruger Interstellar's CEO Edmundo de Souza. As a company, we stand by all our products and will look into the as yet unknown cause of this tragic accident right away. Asked if pilots still using the old KJD-5 models should exercise caution, De Souza said, "Until we know more about what caused the failure aboard the VT NASA, I'm afraid I'm unable to comment, but we stand by all of our products." Huh. and Part 3, The Crew. This is The Pirate Tale by TBC. You play poker? Asks a young Chinese-looking man with an English accent. Course, I say. Fucking tops. Well, effing tops. Me and Gina up there on the bridge love a bit of hold'em, but the captain isn't a fan and prefer we don't gamble while underway. So, you want to play poker but we can't gamble? I ask. Yeah, so we can use these as chits and replace them for creds when we get back. He grins. Here's a free sample. He dumps a few copper triangular bits into my hands. This is Caro, and he rapidly became my best friend aboard ship as we drank beso and played poker with the steely-eyed pilot Gina in the 48 hours after we launched. Gina didn't trust me, calling me Magellan pond scum. Our second engineer, Fierro, said it was just that. Gina was jealous that her tees sagged more than mine, so Gina decked him. A right hook in microgravity is pretty exciting. The Coriolis effect on a blood spray has to be seen to be believed, especially when it's a 20-year-old S-addled brat being shown a few things by a literal grandma who's had too many drinks that night to put up with this stuff. There's 10 of us operating 3 stations, so with the captain being on B shift, we run the helm, power, and engineering stations, 8 hours on, 8 hours off, 8 hours for sleep. But in practice, it's more like 8 hours on, 12 hours drinking, 4 hours passed out down on the crew deck. It's odd, honestly, having so large a crew on a ship that can be operated by just one person. But this is life out here. It reminds me of a military vessel, but with less tolerance for swearing. Caro and I get along great, which is good, because he's on shift when I am, therefore off shift when I am. I'm hot bunking with Gina. I don't know if it's because we're 2 of the 3 women aboard ship or just a fluke. Not that it'd matter, but honestly, I don't care. Gina is quiet and clean, and apart from the one time on day 3, when she threatened to deck me for leaving S-stink in my bunk, she seems alright. Unrelatedly, Caro isn't bad in bed, even if he's more obvious with his desperation than I prefer. If I'm desperate for something again, we'll use his bunk, I figure. I don't want to meet the angry end of Gina's fists. But it's on to day 4 when we're almost all the way to Diwali when I hear something new, a big, deep, S-your-pants grade alarm. Okay, so that is all the news. We are just in time to hit Sterling Industrial, which we have made some money here before. So let's head in. Let's see. These are not going to be sellable. Right. But we can pick up artworks. These always make money. Below market for computers, 5. Let's see. 110 for bionics. Oh, that's at market average. Below market medical supplies. 9 for 315. Explosives. Oh, that's a good price for explosives. 20C. We'll buy those for 280. We gotta take out a little loan. Oh wow, we're like up against it. Let's just take out 4 more hundred here. Oh man, it's gonna be heck paying back these loans. Let's grab what's gonna make the most money. Electronics for 30. Machinery for 30. Computers for 40. Industrial for 25. Let's buy 5 computers for 40 apiece and roll with it. Boom. Okay, so that was good. That was very good. Let's pay the fee. 40C. Alright, let's roll. Now from here, I think these are big back in Leo. Do I want to make that trip though, or do I want to just keep heading out to Sagan's Lights? That I'm not sure of yet. I'm not playing any music this episode, so I can at least monetize one of these videos, because every time I play music, it takes away my monetization of this series. Not that it's a huge deal or anything, but it's a 2-star binary star system. Huh, I thought we knew more about Tega. We can go to the Sagan jump gate, or we can go back up to Maru or Leo. Let's just keep pushing forward. Actually, let's come here into the right there, and then come through here, riding the nebula right out to Sagan. Boom. And we're out of news to read. Huh. That was pretty fun though, with all that news. Our sensors. Comms are off during MCON. Pretty cool though. Now we're finally going to be making probably some more real progress with everything. As we push towards, you know, Sagan's fire and beyond, Sagan's lights and beyond. I just hope we can move these artworks all the same. Oh, wait a minute, there's asteroids in there, isn't there? My bad. Ah, no. Dang. Good thing I noticed that. Oh my gosh. Down here. Down there. We'll have to engage a second time. So, oh no. Who's saying that? You're out of reach, buddy. You're way out of reach. But we can go like that. We can drop into MCON mode once we stop burning. Oh wow, we're really going down, never mind. I don't want to be scanned for driving with IFF off. So as soon as I turn this on, I have to activate it. I think they lost me. No way that's hitting me. Okay, cancel autopilot. Come to Fort Crawford. No. Go there. Just keep going. Engage. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Come on, we'll get there before the torpedo does. Oh, it disappeared. Ran out of juice, I think. Can I get an authority figure? Whoops. Magnolia. We're in quadrant D. Now let's get, okay, IFF is on. Get to the jump gate. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was a little sketchy. But we're docked. We should be fine now at the dock. Let's go to Sagan's Lights, guys. Back on the right path. We are in all kinds of debt. We're all kinds of poor, but we're going to try to keep it moving. $60C to jump. We're 35 minutes in. We can continue. Pay the $60C and jump. And hopefully, let's see, they've got Carruthers, Jump Gate, and Tega. Sagan Tega, so we can probably stop at, there's Carruthers right there. LaGrange Port would be the best place to sell things. What about Cassini Station? See if their prices are right for us. View current goods for sale. Okay, nothing. That could be a good thing. They could be buying everything. Computers aren't good. Artworks are pretty good. Explosives aren't good. Helium-3 and hydrogen's pretty good. Should we stop there, make a couple bucks to take with us? Maybe pay back a little loanage? No contracts available. Let's check LaGrange Port, which is always a popular destination. Goods for sale. Okay. Plastics look like a good price there. Artworks 300. Computers 80. Explosives 40, which is not great. Helium-3 30. Yeah, this is where we want to be. Do we want to go all the way down there though? Yeah, why not? It's a sure shot right down. Actually, we're going to want to cancel that autopilot. Get in here as soon as possible. Turn down here. I know we shouldn't make so many burns, but that works for me. Do we have messages? No. So let's go to LaGrange, hopefully make some money on artwork at least. Then we have to head back to Carruthers. I know it's a bit of a... What's going on? Why are we rotating endlessly? Maybe we should just jump to Carruthers. No. From here we can just go right to LaGrange like that. We'll come back to Carruthers. It won't hurt. We've already went this long. So as soon as we dock there, I will call it an episode. Got quite a ways to go. My IFF is on. And at least make like maybe 1,200 off the artworks. That'll be nice. And then we'll start getting more to the meat of the game, which is the missions and stuff. I've kind of been just kind of out in left field in this game thus far. Like, I should have been progressing more in these first 6 days, but chalk that up to not knowing how to play the game too well. It's a good one to play a second, third time type deal where we know more. I should be in Galileo by now at homie's house that invited me. So stuff like that, but we'll get there very soon. And once we do, it'll be like a totally different game, I think. There'll be more missions, there'll be more interesting things that you guys no doubt want to see that I've been neglecting to see myself because we haven't been kind of been going the wrong way. But we've turned around, we're on the right path now. You know what, let's cancel auto stop. Let's go to Sagan Carruthers. We're right here. I think we could find something in here in Sagan or in Carruthers that lets us sell the artworks and stuff for a good price. And we can save here. Can't select ourselves. Alright guys, so I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of trying to get back on the right path, and we definitely are now, so hopefully the contracts will get bigger from here on out. We'll start making more, being able to buy some modules that we should probably have by now. Stuff like that. Hopefully you can make up some lost ground, quite a bit of it. So stay tuned guys, would love to have you come back and check out more of this with me. I'm definitely not done playing it in this first batch, so let's go. Let's do it. Thank you for watching though, I appreciate y'all. Hope you dig it. Until next time guys, be well. Much love, peace, and joy. One love.